I'm going to go over what I traded for SPY on July 17th, Monday. Alright, let's see. From this green candlestick, everything to the right of it is Monday from 9:30 up until 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, all the way up until 4 p.m. Eastern Time. To find entry for puts was super simple. You just found baseline, base level 448.95 is where price was at 9:30, and then let me take this down real quick. I'll go ahead and hide these. Okay, so 448.95. I believe it's 448.95. Let me just check real quick. Okay, so 448.95. Okay, so anything below that would be puts as in going down. Anything above it would be calls going up. So first entry, you could go ahead and place it either 448.42 or 447.87. I'd probably place it on, let me see, let me go back. So show, okay, so I placed it at the bottom, 447.36. You could have placed it at 448.40-ish on the top of this red candlestick. So I placed entry for puts there, and then the next safer entry would be down here, 447.23. That'd be the safer one, because from there it would definitely continue to the downside, or if not, after coming down to 447.23, get it into a reversal to the upside. Okay, and then right here, pull back, so you see it coming up, held, rejected, came back down, then the next day gapped up. So that's why next price target was right here, 446.66. Next price target you could place right here on 446.25, around right here, these two red candlesticks, but I went ahead and placed it down here on 445.64 on this pullback. The next one would be right here, the next pullback, 445.17, and then finally coming down right here, 444.33. Okay, so potentially tomorrow we may see a gap down or a gap fill right here, maybe 446.36, around that area, or if not, we'll just make new highs to 460 further on into this week. Let's see, and then for calls, you could have gone into a riskier entry for calls right here, 449.80. Okay, so from 449.80 all the way up until 450.43. So this area right here, from the top right here, so from where we opened on this red candlestick to the highest point that we went up to on this red wick, that area could have been entry for calls, but I went ahead and put it on a safer one, 450.43 on the wick. And then price targets 451.02, 451.38, 451.67, and then final, what is it? let me see. So final profit 451.88. Let me see. I think that's the same color. Okay, it's not the darkest one. And you guys see after we came here, 451.88, we came up a tiny bit higher. But overall, as soon as we touched that, we just continued to the downside. So that's perfect. And the same way I've told you guys before, don't get in the first time we touch entry or puts, wait for confirmation. So it can be up to 3 confirmations, I believe. So the first one, right here, we closed above entry. The next 30 minutes, we're most likely going to come down, and that's exactly what we did. Next 30 minutes, we may continue to the downside, and if we don't, we may close above entry for calls. If we do close above entry for calls, then that is your third confirmation to get into entry for calls. And then from there, whatever happens, most of the time you can ride it up until your profit, where you should definitely take profit. And then the higher, darker blue lines are like over exaggerated profit price lines. So right here, you guys see it. So entry for puts, confirmation if we close above. Okay, that means okay, we may get into entry for calls soon. Next 30 minutes came down, perfect. Next 30 minutes, if it closes below this purple on base level, so what price was at 9:30 a.m., then continue to the downside. But if not, we close either right below entry for puts, then we continue going down, or if we close above entry for calls, then we're overall going to go up, continuing to price targets for calls. Let's see. And then from this, I got a, what was it? I think at most a 78% return. So I got in right here. So after this green candlestick, you could have gotten into calls on entry. You guys can see for this 30 minutes, we closed lower than this previous green candlestick, but overall, since 1 and 2 for sure confirmations for calls, and this one right here, also another, so 3 in total confirmations for calls. Overall, we're going to go to the upside. So right here on this red candlestick, I would have gotten in on calls, and that's exactly what I did. Rode it all the way up to final price target and got a 78% return.